comes from QT. He says, Bojan starts at the 4 when he's healthy. Stu to the bench.
You're speaking my language, QT. Let me just tell you, because I have been calling for that. I think Isaiah Stewart would be very good off the bench. He's an energy player. He has a lot of hustle. He gives you a different look at that 5 spot. I still want to see Marvin Bagley out on the floor, so it becomes kind of interesting between those two. But give me Bojan at the 4. I don't think it's going to hurt the rebounding that much, especially if Ausar is still in the starting lineup with Jalen Duren. Those are your 2 rebounders. They're going to feast on the boards. That's all I care about. And, hey, it might even help Cade Cunningham get some rebounds to help my fantasy team out. But Bojan at the 4, that's a must. Bring Isaiah Stewart off the bench. I've been saying it for a while now.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this. Like, Bojan plays small forward, but he also played a lot of power forward last year for the Pistons. And it's like, do they put Ausar at the 4 and Bojan at the 3 and send Stu to the bench? Or do they send Ausar to the bench and just insert Bojan and have Stewart next to him? I don't really know the answer. I think you could even throw Livers at the 4 in some situations, but it's going to be really interesting to see who loses their spot in the starting lineup, because I think somebody will.
It better not be Ausar, dude. I know Monty kind of hinted at that a couple weeks ago where he said the only reason he's starting is because Bojan's out. And you're like, dude, he's the only guy that plays defense, and you preach defense. How could you move him to the bench? Like, it's all backwards, dude. I mean, if that's the case, if you want this team to be defensive minded and then you push the guy that plays really good defense to the bench, how do you play for this guy?
Yeah, I think to your point, to QT's question, I think Stewart to the bench would make sense, but then you kind of get in a situation where you're probably going to play a 2 big lineup, maybe, if you want to do that with Stewart and Bagley. But you also have Livers healthy now too, so it makes it all weird. Like, are you gonna throw out like I'm just spitballing, like a Killian Hayes, a Alec Burks, an Isaiah Livers, Isaiah Stewart, and a Marvin Bagley as your second unit?
I mean, you got 3 shooters around Marvin Bagley and Isaiah Stewart, Burks, and Isaiah Livers, and then you got a bunch of shooting around Killian Hayes as well. You know, and you got a roll man in Marvin Bagley who can actually catch a ball and finish at the rim. I just think Isaiah Stewart, there's not enough volume from the 3-point line for him to be a starter on this team. Like, if he was shooting it, I don't know how many times is he shooting it from the 3-point line?
Just go on StatMuse. We'll tell you.
Basketball Reference. That's my go-to site, man.
Dude, I like StatMuse, but they got greedy. It used to be good, and then it's like they only allow you 10 searches a day now.
Yeah, and then they make you pay for, like, you're like, oh, you want to see how many? You want to see his 3-point percentages? Pay us $10. And you're like, dude, fuck you guys. I'm going to Basketball Reference. He shoots it. Dude, I'm right, though. You know what I'm talking about, dude. They are greedy. Yeah, he only shoots it 3.6 times per game. So we'll round up to 4. That's not enough for a guy shooting 41% from the 3-point line. He needs to be shooting like 7 times per game for teams to take him seriously.
Yeah.
More shots, dude.